Ojanjalakshalakananjanaatimirandasya Jnananjana salakaya Chakshurum militam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam yena bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shirupam Sagarajatam Sahagana Ragunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam-vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Premanandi Adibo. Thank you for dancing.
Live link on your WhatsApp.
Thank you. I'm gonna share it right now, right away. Thank you. Where? I don't see it.
If you go from me.
You should appear. Was not here.
Oh, okay. Let me share it. Yeah, these two. One for YouTube, one for Zoom.
The Zoom link is here. Hare Krishna. So, there is one verse in the Shastra spoken by Lord Krishna to Narad Muni. In that verse, the Lord says, Naham vasami vaikunte yoginam hridayeshuva yatra gayanti mad bhakta tatra tishtami bharata. Tatra tishtami narada. Bharata is Arjun. I like Arjun very much. This is Arjun Das. Also I like him too. So Krishna is telling Narada, I'm not living in Vaikuntha. Naham vasami Vaikunte. Yoginam hridayeshuva, neither in the heart of the yogis. Then Narada became curious, my lord, then where do you live then? Yatra gayanti mad bhakta tatra tishtami Narada. Narada, I am there where my devotees come together and glorify me, chant my glories. Yatra gayanti mad bhakta. So this process of chanting the glories, the holy name of the Lord, makes everything auspicious. Everything auspicious. In the heart and the mind of everyone. When the gopis used to sing Krishna's glories in Vrindavan, it is said that Balaram's dress, which is blue, becomes white. And the Yamuna river becomes milk. And they churn to make butter on there. Like that. So everything becomes pure just by coming in touch with the glories of the Lord, the holy name of the Lord. Because the Lord is supremely pure. And in this world, there is need for purity. There is so much impurity, contamination, in the form of lust, greed, anger, envy, hatred, illusion. The mind have this 6 enemies. And they are sitting comfortably in the mind and they are not willing to go because we are feeding the enemy. It is said that even if an enemy comes to your home, you must welcome him and don't feel him like enemy. But this enemy is a different kind of enemy. This kind of enemy is good to get rid of. The sooner the better. Imagine, like 6 people come to your home and, you welcome them. Yeah, what business you have with me? We have to talk with you, something important. Okay, sit down. You offer a glass of water and start talking, and they're talking all kind of nonsense. So you get bored, you want them to leave, but you don't want to be impolite. You want them to leave peacefully. You don't want to call the police or throw them away, nothing like that. So what do you have to do? When the time for food comes, for lunch, you don't give them any food. So they will find, oh, sorry, we have to go now, because they start feeling hungry. So this 6 enemy, we have to stop feeding them. So they get tired and leave, In that way, we get rid of those enemies of the mind. Lust, greed, anger, envy, illusion, and fear. Those are the 6 enemies of the mind. The Red Indian, the Sioux, they said that every human has in his heart a good dog and a bad dog. The good dog is all the good things, well-wishing others, kindness, mercy, all the good things. And the bad dog, all the bad things, hatred, envy, etc. So, and they're always fighting each other. So if you want the good dog to win, what do you have to do? You have to feed the good dog and starve the bad dog. So the good dog will become strong and can defeat the bad dog, isn't it? So that's the whole idea. It's a good example. So this fighting is going on forever since beginning of the universe between good and bad. No? From beginning of the universe there are devatas and asuras, demons and devotees. No? Always have been like that. And Krishna killed many demons, no? But those demons killed by Krishna and Ramchandra, of course, and Varaha and Nrsimha, they achieved moksha, liberation. That's Krishna's kindness to these demons. But there are some demons who are more fortunate than others. And instead of getting just impersonal moksha, Brahman, Brahmajyoti, they get Vaikuntha or even Golok. Like Putana, Putana came to kill Krishna by poisoning him. And she was very horrible Rakshasi. She killed many children. And she was sent by Kamsa to kill baby Krishna. He was only 3 months old. So, by mystic power, she became shapeshifter. She transformed herself into a young, beautiful girl. So when she entered Vrindavan, nobody suspected anything, So she entered the home of Krishna, Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda, and she asked to hold the child in her arm. Nobody suspected anything. It was a young, beautiful girl, young girl. So as soon as she, and when Krishna saw her coming, he closed his eyes. So some acharyas interpret this act of Krishna in different ways. Some of them say that Krishna closed his eyes because he was angry at Putana because she killed many children, so he didn't want to see her, so he closed his eyes. Another reason, they say, is because Krishna was going to kill her. She's a demon. Although in the Vedas it is prohibited to kill women because, But since she's a demon, he had to kill her. So that's why he also closed his eyes. The third reason he closed his eyes is that he wanted to give her confidence that his helpless child can be killed easily. So he, like sleeping little baby, no harm, can do no harm. So as soon as she grabbed him in her arm, immediately she put her breast in his mouth. She smelled very powerful poison. One drop can kill an elephant. And to Krishna to suck and die. And Krishna was sucking, but didn't die, he kept sucking her life air. She felt that she is in danger. Her life was in danger. So she ran away out of the house, screaming, "Leave me alone, leave me alone." And Krishna grabbed her more tightly and sucking more, with more force. And she assumed her gigantic form, She was huge. And she fell like a mountain, so big, it was like an earthquake. And all the Brajavasi running to see what happened. And Krishna was crawling on her chest like nothing happened, a little baby, So now, when Vidura spoke to Uddhava, Uddhava was praising Krishna and said, "Aho Bhakti, how is it possible? Krishna is so kind and merciful that even the younger sister of Bakasura, Bhakti, Putana, she got such a high position. Where can I find a more merciful Lord than Krishna? Even to a demon, he gave the position to be the babysitter, his babysitter in the Golok Vrindavan, in the spiritual world. Amazing. And now, when she died, she assumed the beautiful form And an airplane came from the spiritual world and took her to Krishna's abode. And the Brijavasis, they got to get rid of her big, huge, gigantic body, so they cut it with axes and burn it, and it smelled like fragrant incense, because she was killed by Krishna, she became purified, her body became purified. So, in her past life, Putana was the sister of Bali Maharaj, and her name was Ratnamala. When Vamana Deva, Krishna avatar, came and she saw him the first time, she felt so much motherly love for him. She thought, this boy is so beautiful, so enchanting. I wish to have him as my son, to feed him with my breast milk. She had this desire, very strong desire. So strong that the Lord in her heart confirmed, yes, your desire will be fulfilled. But then, when Vamana Deva took away everything from Bali Maharaj with 2 steps, she became angry at him. And she said, if I would have poison, I've poisoned this boy. He took everything away from us. So the 2 desires came together in the form of Putana. But Krishna is so kind and merciful that he accepted the good thing that she's approaching like mother to feed Krishna. And the bad thing, he helped get rid of it. The body of a demon, So Krishna is so kind, so merciful. So what to speak of those who are devoted to Krishna, who want to love and serve Krishna. What better goal they will get in their life? Undoubtedly. We should increase our faith more and more in Krishna. Krishna is the reality, the beautiful, the highest reality. This material world is just a reflection of the original world, the spiritual world. Everything we see here, friends, family, relations, houses, mountains, rivers, ocean, birds, everything, originally is coming from there. Once a devotee asked Prabhupada, why there are trees and animals in the spiritual world? Prabhupada said, what do you want? You want Krishna to dance with the gopis without scenery behind? Just the light, the Brahma Jyoti behind? No, Krishna loves variety. He enjoys variety. He's Rasaraj. He's the supreme enjoyer. And Radharani is Mahabhav. She experienced the highest ecstasy in Krishna's love, in Krishna's service, in Krishna's beauty. So, actually, the human life is meant to understand God and to love Him and to serve Him and develop the desire to go back to Him, because we belong to Him. We don't belong to this material world. We're just passing through here for a short time. So we have to prepare from now to achieve this highest goal in life, eternal, blissful happiness, full knowledge and detachment from ignorance. Sarvabhaumacharya, he composed 100 verses glorifying Lord Chaitanya. And one of the verses say, Vairagya vidya nija bhakti yoga shikshartameka purusha purana Sri Krishna Chaitanya Shariradhari Kripam Buddhir Yastamaham Prapadye. He said, I offer my humble respectful obeisance to Lord Chaitanya. He's the same Krishna in a new dress. And he came to teach us Vairagya Vidya, knowledge and detachment, which are favorable to bhakti, to perform bhakti. Whatever is favorable to our devotional practice, we should accept. Whatever is not favorable, we should reject. That's a symptom of surrender. There is no surrender, there is no advancement. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he prayed to Krishna, Manasa deho geho, yo kichu morar piluntu apade Nanda Kishore, my dear Krishna Nanda Kishore. I offer you Manasa, my mind, Deho, my body, Geho, my home. I'm only your servant. Nothing belongs to me. You are the owner of this house, you are the owner of my body, my mind, everything belongs to you. So I surrender to your lotus feet. And the only payment I want at the end of the day is to have your love. That's all. Very pure way of thinking. Because most pious people who like, they are devoted, they are believers in God, generally approach God to ask some need they may have. Out of love, of course, not like that. But that's not the highest bhakti. The highest bhakti is when ask nothing. Material, you can ask spiritual things, no? Of course. You know the story of Gita Panda? Gita Panda was a great devotee of Krishna. He lived in Jagannath Puri. And he would study Bhagavad Gita all day and teach also Bhagavad Gita to others. He had no other engagement. Although he was married, he was very poor. He will get very few donations and he will survive day by day. Whatever he collect that day, the wife will cook and they will survive that day. Next day, they don't know what's going to happen. Very poor. And one day he was reading Bhagavad Gita and found this verse, I think it's 9:22, where Krishna said, Yoga Kshema Bahamiham. Those who love me, worship me with love, unflinching love, I will carry what they need and I will preserve what they have. So when he read that, he get a little bewildered, confused. He said, well, Krishna doesn't have personally to carry something his devotee may need. He may send somebody, some agent, through some agent to help the devotee, to get what he needs, Once Prabhupada was talking to a reporter and he said, how you are maintaining your temple? Oh, Krishna is maintaining it. How is that? Prabhupada said, for example, if I need $300 and I don't have it for Krishna's service, Krishna may inspire somebody in his heart, go to that temple and give $300. And that may happen, it's possible. But this devotee, when he read the line, Yoga Kshema Vahamiham, me personally, I carry what he needs, he got a little surprised. He said, maybe somebody else introduced this line in the verse. Maybe originally wasn't there. So he took a red ink and covered it, So he told his wife, dear wife, I'm going to go give lecture on Bhagavad Gita at the temple. And I'll come evening, whatever I collect, we have dinner, She said, yes, my dear husband. You are very dear to Krishna. He is pleased with you. we will survive according to his desire. So when he left at noontime, 2 boys were knocking on the door. And she opened the door, and they were carrying 2 baskets. They have like a big stick on their shoulder, and from each side a big basket full of fruit and vegetables and grains, all kind of edibles. And they told her, this is for your house, this is for your husband. No, but we have no money, we don't want, no, this is a gift. From whom? From me. I am disciple of your husband, and he asked me to bring this here to your house. And see, he was hurrying me, pushing me, and see his nail in my back. He showed his back and was scratched with like nails, red. She said, I'm very surprised. He's very kind and peaceful person. It's surprising that he became violent like this. I'm sorry, He said, no, it's all right. I mean, maybe he needed very much these things to hurry me. So please receive them. And they left. And the evening when Gita Panda came back, she prepared, dinner, nice dinner, all kind of preparations. And Gita Panda was surprised, from where you got all these things, because today nobody gave me anything. Oh, your disciple came and brought all these things. And by the way, why you scratch his back? His back was completely red. You are not that kind of person. How you could do that? He said, I don't know what you're talking about. I already told you I have no disciple. No, but he said he's your first disciple. So he ran to his room and looked at the Bhagavad Gita that he covered with red ink, that line, Yogakshema Vahamyam, and the red disappeared, So he understood that to prove his word, Krishna himself and Balaram disguised themselves and came to prove that what they say is true. What Krishna says is true. So Gita Panda was in ecstasy, crying, He told his wife, you are more fortunate than me, you was able to see the Lord. So, of course, what actually the devotee need is more love and faith in Krishna, isn't it? To increase our attachment to Krishna, our devotion to Krishna. So Krishna can give us that. And what we have to do to get it, just our eagerness, our desire to have it. Because Krishna is more eager than us that we return to Him. If we make 1 step toward Krishna, Krishna will make 10 steps toward us. He's more eager than us. No? But He just wants to see some little desire in us. If He sees a little spark of desire for spiritual life in anybody, Krishna will fan it from inside. He will put us in touch with the devotees and the holy name and the philosophy and everything, just to increase our desire and faith in Him. Krishna is so kind and merciful. No? No? So we have to keep trying and trying, making our effort every day, and at the same time chant the holy name of Krishna in a helpless mood. No? Like a child feels helpless when he's hungry. He needs his mother to feed him. So unless the child cries, the mother will not know that the child is hungry. For example, there is a bird called Chataka. This bird only drinks water from the clouds. If there is no water, he doesn't drink any water anywhere else. He may die of thirst. But only when there is rain, he will drink water. He opens his beak, and like that. Sometimes the cloud, instead of sending rain, will send a thunderbolt upon the bird. But the poor bird would not go anywhere else to find water. He will remain faithful to the cloud. In the same way, we have to be like this Chataka bird, faithful to Krishna. We should not go to any other devata or to ask something, no. We should always be faithful to Krishna. So thank you very much for coming and being here. And if you have any comment or question, please do. Yes?
Maharaj, you were saying that it's all a matter of our desire. If we have the desire to surrender and to only take shelter of Krishna and not take shelter of sense gratification.
Yes.
And Krishna, from within, if he sees that spark, he will fan it.
Yes.
How come for some people it takes so long for that spark to grow into a flame, and for some people it seems to be really quick?
That's a good question. And to answer your good question, I'm going to tell you a story. Once upon a time in India, one young man got married, and he wanted to celebrate his marriage at his wife's home, his parent-in-law. So he had to go through the river Ganges, travel by boat to reach his destination. So he made a contract with a man who had a big boat, and 50 people got in, and they came in the evening. So the captain of the boat said, "Don't worry, go to sleep. Tomorrow early morning we're arriving at our destiny. Don't worry." So they went to sleep peacefully in the boat, they were. And next morning, when they woke up, to their shock, they were in the same place. The boat didn't move anywhere. So they went to complain to the captain, "What is this? We paid you so much money to get and we are in the same place. What happened?" And the captain was angry, man. He had helper, rowing, all night. So he went to chastise them. I'm paying you. Why you didn't do your work? He went also to sleep, at night. So, and they said, no, we're rowing all night. See, we're still sweating. So how is that the boat didn't move then? We don't know. So everybody was trying to find out what was the reason the boat didn't move much. And the groom found out, come, I found out. What did you find? They didn't lift the anchor. The anchor was at the bottom of the river. So no matter how hard they rowed, the boat didn't move. So in the same way, if we have the anchor of material attachments, no matter how we row, we will not move. So we have to lift the anchor. We have to direct our attachment to Krishna. The most beautiful, divine form, eternal, youthful. Then we can become detached from the other things.
But then we hear that Maya is like Krishna's energy, and we don't have the strength to overcome Maya.
But Krishna can help us if we surrender to Him. We have no power to surpass Maya. That's definitely true. But if we take shelter of Krishna, Krishna promised, the more you surrender to me, I will protect you more. So depending on our surrender, He will protect. Daiviye shagunamayi mamamaya duratyaya mam evaye prapadyante mayametam tarantite. Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita, this material energy is my divine potency and is very difficult to surpass. But those who surrender unto me, they can cross it very easily. Imagine you go to a friend's home, and as soon as you enter the porch, there's a very, very angry dog barking at you, wanting to jump on you, you know. And you're frightened. You start calling out your friend, Bob, please help me, your dog wants to bite me. And your friend comes out and he tells the dog, be quiet, Mike. I'm not referring to you. Don't worry. You are Krishna's dog. We are all Krishna's dogs. So then, no matter how ferocious the dog is, if his master say be quiet, he immediately be quiet. So in the same way, Krishna is the master of Maya. And if we call to him sincerely, helplessly, then he may tell Maya, you know, give him a break.
So you're saying surrender. Earlier you said the definition of surrender is to only accept those things favorable for Krishna consciousness.
Oh, of course, Krishna wants to see our effort also. He doesn't like, okay, he will do everything for us. He will do everything of us if we do some effort too, you know. It's not like we have to follow the Shastra that said, accept what is favorable, reject what is not favorable. He's giving us the intelligence to do that. Everything is coming from Krishna, finally, at the end. But we have to act upon it. Otherwise, it's not like we sit down and things coming from the sky or something. You know,
trying to tie Lord Damodar.
yeah, she did her effort.
2 fingers.
Yeah, right. Effort and mercy, both things shall be there. That's what the meaning of the 2 fingers. One is Krishna's mercy, the other is make your effort. Because Maya Yashoda did her greatest effort, Krishna was pleased, so he allowed himself to be tied. He only is tied by love, nothing else. Krishna can give very easily material opulence, money, mystic powers, you know, even moksha, liberation, but rarely he gives pure love because he's conquered by that love. And he doesn't want to be conquered by anyone but the one who actually loves him. And that means we are ready to sacrifice anything to please Krishna. If I like something but I know it is not approved by Krishna, then I have to give it up. That is called tapasya. Tapasya means austerity. Voluntarily accepting what is favorable, rejecting what is not favorable, that's tapasya, that's austerity.
So a certain amount of that strength and desire and power has to come from us.
I mean, everything is coming from Krishna finally, because who's giving us the intelligence, the knowledge, everything is coming finally from him. We just have to accept what he's giving us. That's all.
Srila Prabhupada used to give the analogy of the person stuck down the well, and then they throw him a rope,
Yeah.
and he prays, give me the strength to hold on to the rope. Prabhupada said, no, it's not like that. You have to hold on to it. If you want to get pulled out,
Yeah.
you have to hold on to the rope.
Yeah, you already have the strength. You just have to do it. That's all. I heard another analogy that there was a flood somewhere and all the houses were flooded, and when one was at the roof, okay, God, please help me, save me from this danger. And a boat came by. Come in the boat. No, God will help me. And after a while came an helicopter. Come, go to the stairs, we want to save you. No, God will help me. And the man drowned, he died. And he complained to God, why you didn't help me? I was praying to you. Well, I send you a boat, I send you an helicopter, you didn't grab it. So you can't complain. We have to see the opportunity that Krishna is giving us and grab it. Grab it. Like in the material world, businessmen, they always alert, opportunities to do business, to get money, invest in this and that. They always alert, So in the same way, devotees should be alert, opportunities to make spiritual progress.
I guess it comes back down to desire.
At the end, that's all about. I mean, Putana, just in her past life, just desired to have the Lord as her son. That's all she did. To have the desire, strong desire, pure desire. And see how, because of that desire, she was saved. Not only saved, but was given a very high position as Krishna's babysitter. So desire is what makes us move,
And by following the process, chanting, hearing, associating that desire gets
Still start,
feeding the flame.
yeah, that's the idea.
Prabhupada.
Jai Haribol. It works. It works if we are willing to do what is needed. The advice given by Krishna and his pure devotees. Yes?
There are so many people, I don't know, now it's contemporary in India, everywhere. But when we were growing up, like all that time there was so much, like preaching going on, like a katha, satsang it's called. And they're all saying how the precious the human birth is. They're telling, do not let it go waste, but they were not giving the key to that. Like you are worshipping the Durga, like so many demigods worshiping.
Yeah,
But they're not telling when what. But only Prabhupada introduced, like you do, assurance given by this mantra, the Krishna mantra, that you will go back to Godhead. But they say you do get liberated from get mukti, but how get mukti? From worshipping who? So only Prabhupada introduced.
Because he's a pure devotee of
Yeah,
Krishna.
I was so amazed. And I heard Hare Krishna mantra once only. I never heard in India. I saw in the written on the wall in our neighborhood temple where the Swamiji passed away. And only that time when he passed away, and they started saying chanting. And when I came here, when I went to first time to the temple, and they were chanting and dancing, I said, why? When somebody dies there, that time, why are they dancing?
Or egos dying.
Yeah.
False ego.
And Prabhupada said, like Hare Krishna mantra, you have to be like chanting or thinking about whatever in the mind you're saying. But how about the people who in India, so many people, they say only Ram, 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 they chant all day long, they have the notebooks, they write down Ram, Ram, Ram.
That's okay. Ram is also Krishna's name.
Yeah, so that's fine. If
Krishna is also Ram.
Yeah, so they will also go back to the Godhead if they are that you would
But the Mahaband, of course, if they are become pure devotees, not just by saying Ram they're gonna be saved. They have to behave like not that I chant Ram Ram and drink wine and smoke cigarette and eat meat and Ram Ram will be saved. It's not so cheap, It's not that cheap. One has to become devotee,
Some are very sincere, all day long chanting, they're writing, in the holy names.
But they need to have philosophy.
But they're drinking chai.
Without philosophy, unless you read Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, explained by pure devotees, you will not be able to grasp, the meaning of human life. the relationship we have with Krishna is eternal, loving service. There's an eternal kingdom. People think I have to be pious, religious, so I can get better life in this world, you know. Most people think like that. Once I met one pious man, he was praying to the deity Radharaman in Vrindavan. So we went out and I asked him, "Oh yeah, I saw you praying nicely. What you were praying for?" He said, "Well, I just lost my job. I was praying to the Lord, help me get a new job, you know." So, I mean, pious people, that's pious. Krishna said they are pious, they come to me. But if we want to achieve the highest thing, we have to get more purified, you know. And we have to act upon what we desire. It's not, I desire something, then I change my mind back. That's mental platform. We have to get out of the mental platform and come to the spiritual platform. No? Krishna. Hare Krishna. You're welcome. Thank you very much for your good questions. Does our host want to say something? Any comment or question?
No. Thanks for coming also.
Hare Krishna. Very good. So